Hey, call me Shape. And today I'm reacting to a video titled Eboni K is 43 and hit the wall hard. Let's get right into it.
The saga of Eboni K. Williams is a weird one. It's like a constant dichotomy. On one hand, Eboni K. Williams is a very intelligent, very attractive attorney slash radio host slash TV host and personality. On one hand, Eboni K. Williams is beautiful, smart, intelligent, and a big personality. On the flip side, Eboni K. Williams is a lady that can't get what she wants out of relationships, which means that her brand identity, whether she likes or not, is a woman who is a mascot for Black single motherhood.
Black women are availing ourselves to all of the options that our hard work and circumstances currently afford us. And that means that single motherhood by choice is going to be an option that more and more Black women consider and even exercise.
And yeah, you remember this.
So anybody that's in their feelings about that can go ahead and start to process right now. Because Black women that have the privilege to embark upon this expensive and oftentimes lengthy process will increasingly decide to forego marriages and partnerships that do not serve us and that are not in our best interests.
And this is Eboni K. Williams' brand right now. I mean, she's a single mother by choice. She actually went through with this in vitro fertilization. And when she did,
Black women, y'all really should be applauding her and taking notes, because unlike many of you, she's not going to be chasing Tyrone down the street trying to force him to be a family.
woo!
But that's so stupid because, look, and I feel bad for women like Eboni K because Eboni K is proof that bad software could ruin good hardware. Bad software could ruin good hardware. That's what feminism is. Feminism is bad software on a perfectly fine young woman, right? And it helped trick Eboni K. Williams out of her position, okay? I think it's very strange to me that people are celebrating the fact that she chose to be a single mother by choice in her 40s, right? Imagine that you waited this long to have children just to go buy sperm from a guy you don't know who's going to have no accountability, no responsibility to that baby, and now the baby has one family, your family, and not two, which is unnatural. But you think, oh, I'm going to forego marriages and relationships that don't serve me. Newsflash, Eboni K, marriage and relationships are not supposed to serve you. You're supposed to serve it. A husband's supposed to serve you as you serve him. You guys serve each other. It's not about you being served by yourself. And you thought that this made sense. And now you're going to regret it. I see it clear as day. She's going to regret this. And her child is going to regret her.
When Eboni K. Williams went through with this in vitro fertilization, she had a daughter. She bought a new home in Harlem. And of course, this seemed to be ideal because these professional Black women, such as Eboni K. Williams, had it all. The looks, the education, but they wanted the family. And the problem was, well, it was the men's fault that we couldn't step up to the plate and be the men that they needed us to be. So this was her only opportunity to make that happen.
I think Eboni K. Williams has really sparked a debate with her choosing to be a single parent. She was like, this isn't ideal for me, but I want children, so this is what I'm doing, and I'm happy with the decision. I think it has sparked a lot of debate about the avenues that high-achieving, successful, good-looking Black women will have to take if they want the dream of the family.
And other Black women felt the same way.
That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. The dream of the family. These are the avenues you gotta take. No, you don't gotta take this. You just gotta cooperate with a man. The same way you want a man to cooperate with you. It's so simple. Like, who the hell celebrates single motherhood? Who the hell thought to themselves, I'm gonna become successful, I'm gonna become rich, and I'm gonna choose single motherhood? Only dumb-ass, bird brain women who think they know better than everybody else. No man can tell them nothing. And now you've lowered your value on the sexual marketplace for what? Just to say you got control of everything? Women will cut themselves in the face. They'll slice their nose to cut they'll spike their nose to cut their face. They'll cut their nose to spike their face. You know what I'm talking about. They'll do that. Why? Why? You thought, who did you prove wrong, Ebony? You proved this all right that you're a fool. And I feel for her because, like, you didn't deserve this. You didn't have to be an attractive woman that lived a life like this. This is not a flex. And you know that she's going to have a nervous breakdown. Guys, get the depression medication ready. Okay, get the pet food ready. Get all these things ready because this lady's going to have a major nervous breakdown. I'm telling you.
News that high achieving, successful, good looking Black women will have to take if they want the dream of the family.
And other Black women felt the same way.
I was always nervous being a successful woman, wondering if a man could handle my success. And in truth, majority of my relationships did not work out because the men were very insecure about my success.
Now, if you live in any of these metropolitan areas, Washington, D.C., Atlanta, you know, any place, particularly on the East Coast corridor and even down south, you are going to find these women that have the same issue. We're attractive, we're beautiful, we've worked hard, but the men, number one, are not there. And because these men are not there, we force ourselves to get into these relationships with these men who are, quote unquote, not on our level. And when they're not on our level, these men are actually insecure and they are jealous of us. And typically this can work if you're a Black woman and all you date is Black men.
He's right, you know.
But this isn't the issue with Eboni K. Williams. You see, Eboni K. Williams was once engaged not to a Black man, but to a white man.
Damn.
The white man was Stephen Glenn, and some sources say that he may even be a billionaire, but most blogs say that he is, you know, in the financial industry, so he's well off. And you have this white man in which, you know, she can't marry him. And so what's the issue now? And so you have these Black women who at first were able to say, well, I can't find any Black man on my level. Then you get somebody like Eboni K. Williams, who's able to transcend the Black community and then, you know, appeal to a white man and still can't get along with him.
And that's why it's so sad, because she's the biggest fumble of all time. It's not like you're dark skinned, so you're being treated poorly because of colorism. You're biracial looking, right? I mean, your voice is horrible. You have like a horrible voice. Her voice is not feminine whatsoever. You were able to date a wealthy white man, and let me guess, he couldn't handle your success? Anytime I hear a woman say a man can't handle their success, what it tells me and you is that they only date men that are inferior to them. That women get successful just to date what? Inferior men. Mind you, the whole time they want a man to do this, I want a man that can keep up with me. Then how come you're only dating with men that are quote unquote insecure? Y'all make it seem like there's no such thing as a man more successful than these Black women. Oh my God, these Black women are the tippity top of success. They're the richest people in America. Nobody can handle them. Come on, bro. Come on. And it only proves our point more and more, is that women, the more success you get, the less options you have. And then when you actually able to date, you date men that are less than you. So what the hell was the purpose that, you know, sacrificing all your childbearing years for college, a career, and a job just to be stuck with men that you quote unquote are insecure and can't handle you? Was that really worth it? And it just tells me that these women make bad choices no matter what. No matter what scenario you put them in, they're going to make bad choices, because feminism is a flawed ideology, it's a flawed logic. It's a flawed logic. It really is. You're not equal to men, and when you try to do what men do, you don't get the same things that men get. When we get successful as men, we can date women that are much more desirable to us. Way more. These women, they date men that are insufferable to them. They can't stand them. Hey, listen up, Shape Squad. Are you tired of being ignored by women? Well, download my free ebook, Be Attractive and Shut Up. It's going to teach you how to master attraction, build unshakable confidence, and win with women without words. Because chances are you're not ugly, you just talk too damn much. So download my free ebook, Be Attractive and Shut Up, and take control of your dating life right now. Now let's get right back to the content.
And so, well, then what is it? I mean, you can't get along with him. And it's crazy because Eboni K. Williams typically It's on a lot of the black, intellectual podcast shows talking about dating and relationships and so on and so forth. But this is actually where this story gets interesting, because very recently, Eboni K. Williams did a collaboration with a content creator by the name of Tara Resnick, okay? And Tara Resnick is on Instagram, and this post is going just completely viral. It happened just not so long ago. And Eboni K. Williams is talking about her past relationship history.
I was devastated because this man I was so madly in love with, that I knew loved me, but I also knew he couldn't give me what I wanted. I knew he couldn't give me what I knew I deserved. And I also knew by this point, he's never going to fucking tell me. He's never. And I'm going to have to be the one to kind of, what it felt like, at least to me, and it probably felt like to you, Tara, break my own heart. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to have to be the one to walk away from the man that I love because I love me more.
Woo! So Eboni K. Williams is saying it in black and white. She was really in love with this man. But she knew that this man could never be who she wanted him to be for her. And ultimately, she chose herself. I mean, this is typical Tia Mowry, typical Tracy Ellis Ross. I mean, we hear this all the time. But listen to what Tara Resnick says.
That's the message. And that's the discomfort that people need to learn to sit in.
Yep.
Yes, it is breaking your own heart. Yes, it's going to be fucking hard to do that. Mm-hmm. But you know what's a lot harder? Ending up at almost 43, realizing that you could have had the dream of being a mother if that's what you want, and this will cost you that.
Yeah.
I can promise you, and Eboni, it sounds like you're saying the same thing. It will never end well if you continue to ignore the signs.
Tara Resnick.
This is the dumbest shit that black women need to give up. This white feminism shit was sent to destroy the black community, and they're succeeding. They've gotten us to make child sacrifice since self-deletion of babies have happened since the 70s or whatever. They said that there's been 20 million black babies deleted. 20 million. Voluntarily. It's a genocide. But it's your choice, girl. It's your right. And put yourself first and all this nonsense. And now she's making this excuse. I was with a man. I really loved him, but I just knew he couldn't give me what I deserve. What? Give you what you deserve? Eboni, you can't get yourself what you quote-unquote deserve. You can't give yourself what you quote-unquote deserve. Let me guess, what you deserve was what? Some sperm vials? From a cryobank? He couldn't give you that? They make it seem like this is the best case scenario for them. No. This is a Hail Mary because you ruined your life. You fumbled your own life. You played yourself. Your child, I'm about to say unborn child. Child's born now. The child that you just had is going to grow up in chaos and only have one family to turn to, your crazy ass family and you. Yeah, one family to turn to. Guys, you need two families. You need your mother's side of the family, you need your father's side of the family. There's two sides of you. To just not know both of your sides because you had a selfish mom who wanted to buy your dad's sperm. You know it. And she's so, I'm too good for a bus driver. But you bought bus driver sperm. Who the hell you think is selling their sperm to these cryobanks? Not no high-value men. So you couldn't even secure high-value men seed for your own child. Talking about, man can't give you what you deserve. You don't even know how to trick a man out of his own seed, bro. There's 304s that are more clever than Eboni K's goofy ass. Yeah, they became single moms. Yeah, they trapped the nigga, but at least they have both sides of the family to play with. Them girls that trap rappers and NBA players and football players, they're smarter than Eboni K. You know what I'm saying? At least because, look, they're going to get child support now. They're going to get, full custody. The child father has some kind of liability responsibility to him, so maybe you're going to see a father's family or some kind of visitation or something. Eboni K gets none of that. How'd you sign up to be a single mom and you get less than other single moms? What the fuck you talking about, Eboni K? You're a straight up loser, dog. And then you let this lady tell you, it's what it had to be. You gotta break your own heart. That's a word salad for bullshit. And woman is, oh yeah, Take the dick out your mouth, Eboni K. That's what she's fantasizing about. She's fantasizing about being able to suck the actual nut out of a man she actually values and get herself pregnant. So who you fooling, Eboni? Who you fooling? This shit is so frustrating because other women are going to follow her. Yeah, yep, this makes a lot of sense. This makes a lot of sense. It makes you literally climb the top of professional success, wealth in America just to buy sperm from a man that you don't know, who you probably wouldn't fuck to begin with, and give him the reward, give him the honor of having his child. You carried a child for a man you never met and thought the baby's just yours or only yours because you bought the seed. Yo, man, I'm telling you, this medical industry has tricked women, and they fell for it. They fell for it because they want to believe that they're gods. The same thing Eve fell for. The serpent did the same thing to Eve that these medical pharmaceutical companies are doing to modern women, and they keep falling for it. We shouldn't even be surprised at this point.
It will never end well if you continue to ignore the signs.
Tara Resnick basically backs up everything that Eboni K. Williams is talking about. And this is important because a lot of times we limit this conversation to just black women in the black community. Like they're the only ones that think like this. The real reality is it's a female thought process. Doesn't matter if you're black American or white American. I mean, you can come to Africa and find the same thing. But the problem with Eboni K. Williams is the same issue that so many women have, that no man is good enough and no man can give me exactly what I want. So if no man can give me exactly what I want, then the main thing that I can do is I can just get, in vitro fertilization, and I can handle it my way. Now let's flip the script. If you're a man and you were to go out and say, well, no woman can give you everything that you want, so therefore I don't want to get married to one lady. What people think about you? So you see, the reality is that as men or as people in general, there is nobody that will give you everything that you want. And that's just the way it is. We can look at our favorite athletes, our favorite fighters, basketball players, you name it. None of them have all the qualities. Michael Jordan wasn't the best overall ball handler or the best shooter, but he did a lot of things right. And what really brought out Michael Jordan and the Bulls is the talent that they put around him. Getting Scottie Pippen, adding Horace Grant, adding Phil Jackson as a coach, adding Tony Kukoc, and so many other players around his talent, which raised everything else. And relationships can be the same way. And I understand that we all want what we want out of relationships, and that's fine. But how often do we say, well, you know what? This person is loyal. This person is there for me. This person may not be the brightest person or the most intelligent person, but you know what? This person is good for me. And the question that I need to ask is, am I everything that I need to be for that person? And this is the issue with, certain women like Eboni K. Williams, is that in their 40s, they try to justify why they made the decision that they've made. And of course, they're telling other women this too. But the problem is that not every woman will have the financial access of Eboni K. Williams. Not everyone's going to be bro, this is the dumbest thing you could possibly do, right? The argument, no man is good enough, right? So then they settle for less than a man. No man is good enough, but then what you get now? You got less than a man. You got a baby and no man. How's that better? How's that better? She went her whole life talking about, oh yeah, men need to keep up, men need to keep up. So you refuse to settle just to ultimately what? Settle. Because there's no way you could tell me buying sperm vials from a cryobank and doing in vitro is not settling. How's that not settling? You just said the man that you love couldn't give you what you deserve. Baby, neither can you. And honestly, I don't agree with this whole deserve shit. You don't deserve shit. You are exactly where you belong. You are exactly where you earned yourself to be. This is your fault.
You got to take accountability for it. I don't know how else to say it. Eboni, Eboni has lived one of the goofiest lives I've ever seen a woman live. She's probably the goofiest woman I've ever heard of. I've never heard a woman that's as goofy as she are. She literally took good hardware and corrupted it with bad software. Feminism ruins perfectly good women. Eboni K is an example of it. And maybe she wasn't a perfect good woman. Maybe she had her flaws. But at least, you should at least had a child with a man you love. He might not have been perfect, but have been far better than this goofy ass situation you're in right now. I'm sorry, it's just that. So, Eboni K, you hit the wall hard as hell. And guess what? I guarantee she still all these women still want sex. So now you're a single mom and you're on the dating market. Now you got to pay men for sex. Like, this is what you got to have to do. It's so goofy, bro. Unbelievable. Anyway, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Channel blowing up. I appreciate you guys. Check out some of my other videos. And I'll see y'all over there.